Hey everyone, it's me Tiger. Welcome back. Today we're going to be building a plaza area on my new island, Tanglewood. If you haven't been keeping up, this is a cottage-core island and I just started it probably about 2 weeks ago now, maybe a little bit longer. I honestly don't remember, but it's a brand spanking new island. We've only done one other build. We did the entrance last week, so if you haven't seen that build, definitely go check that out first. And before we get into today's video, I do have a message from today's sponsor. Thank you to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. You can go ahead and download the game for free using my link down below in the description. I'm also hosting my own sweepstakes for a $25 Nintendo eShop gift card, so be sure to stay tuned until the end to find out how to win. Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other match 3 game on the market. Each emoji has its own unique power-up and you control when to use it, how to use it. My favorite emoji right now is Nemo because he sends a bunch of Nemos on your screen and it helps your score. Plus, my mom just told me the other day that when I was a child, I memorized the entire Nemo movie and would repeat the entire thing every time we watched it. And yeah, Nemo's just very special to me. If you like to collect stuff like I do, this game is perfect for you with a huge collection of emojis ranging from silver, gold, rainbow exclusive, and even story and villain emojis. Like I said before, I am hosting my own sweepstakes. I'm giving away a $25 Nintendo eShop gift card to one lucky winner. All you have to do is download Disney Emoji Blitz using my link below, get to level 20, and then tag me in a screenshot of you on level 20 on either Twitter or Instagram, and all of the detailed rules and information are down below in the description. In addition, the link also acts as a creator code, so anything that you spend in game will help support me as a creator. Thank you again to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get to the plaza build. We're doing this the same way that we did last time. I am just chilling in my office. I got my ratty, like greasy hair in a bun right now. Don't look at that, okay? But we're just casually gonna voice over, kind of walk you through this speed build. So I've already begun. As you can see, I wanted to add another diagonal bridge from my entrance leading to my plaza. If you didn't see my entrance video, I did 2 diagonal bridges and it was really hard. Naturally, I wanted to challenge myself some more and do a 3rd bridge coming from the entrance to the resident services, which is what I'm building this little water feature for. It looks kind of funky, but I promise it looks a lot better once we get the bridge built. If you did watch my entrance build, you probably remember I was talking about how I wanted to do a lot more water features on my island. I feel like I don't do a whole lot of waterscaping in general in Animal Crossing. I really wanted to up my game with Tanglewood, so we're doing a lot of waterscaping. That's why we're starting out this build with a nice, lovely diagonal bridge. Here I am trying to place it. It would not go. It was not working out, so I had to adjust the terraforming a little bit more, but I finally did get the bridge to fit, so yay, it worked. If you've ever done a diagonal bridge in this game, you understand my pain. It is so hard to get the bridge to work. This build is probably all over the place, and that's because I was all over the place on the day that I built this. In fact, I actually built this over the span of several days, so this whole video, I'm warning you, it's a little scattered. There's a lot of just random decorating, but we did decorate the entire area, like going around the whole plaza. So yeah, it's a plaza build, okay? Even though it's just a bunch of random little builds kind of sprinkled around the plaza, I threw them all into one giant speed build. And now we are beginning the next phase of the build. I started to connect this little water feature that had our new bridge on it. I made a little stream that would connect it to the river nearby. I feel like it looks kind of awkward if there's just a floating water feature with no connection. Like, it just looks really out of place and a little bit unrealistic, so that's why I made a little connecting stream. I felt like it looked a lot better after I did this, and then I just went around and decorated the surrounding areas with shrubs and flowers and carrots, all kinds of stuff, just trying to get that cute, like, naturey, farmy, cottagecore vibe. Today's music is by Demon Gummies. If you haven't heard of them, what are you doing? They are amazing. They make some really awesome music, and yeah, I've linked them all down below in the description, all of their information. And if you've watched any speed builds on my channel, you've probably heard of their music, and it's amazing. I terraformed a little small 3x3 cliff just to add some height and some cool, like, I don't know, just dimension to the build. The water feature was looking a little bit flat against the plaza. Like, I don't know how to describe it. The brick of the plaza and the water feature, all of it is just really flat because the plaza itself is pretty flat. There's obviously the big residential building in the back, but then there's just this huge flat space. So I wanted to make sure that there are plenty cliffs around to kind of contrast with the flatness of the plaza. Sorry, that was just a huge ramble, but yeah, I hope that you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. I wanted to add a bunch of cliffs, so I added a little tiny one right next to the water feature, and again, I just went around and kept decorating the entire area with flowers and a ton of naturey stuff because I'm trying to go for a more natural island this time. I haven't finished it yet, but I am currently working on a city, like town island, so I wanted to do something different and go for the more natural look because honestly that's my favorite kind of look in this game. I've rambled a little bit too much. We're already on to the next part. Yeah, I did a little pathway in front of the plaza connecting the bridge. Also, I don't know at what point I time traveled, but I did time travel, so yes, the bridge has been built. I don't know, I'm lost. Honestly, editing this video, I was lost the whole time because I recorded about like 6 separate times building this because I was just doing it over the span of a long time, and I don't know if you guys can relate, but this build took me several days because I would just start building it and then I would be like, oh gosh, I don't know where to go now, so I would just like give up and then I would come back later and do another small part and then give up again and come back later. But anyways, I guess I'll talk about the build instead of just, you know, my thoughts. But here we are adding some fencing and just trying to shape the pathway around the residential services area because I wanted this to wrap around and lead into our shopping district with the Nook's Cranny and the Able Sisters store, which I already have placed over in that area. I don't know if you can see them at any point in this video. You might be able to, but if you can't, I'm sorry. They're over in the back far right. Oh yeah, look, there's the Nook's Cranny. I don't know if the voiceover is going to be lined up with everything as well as it should be, so I don't know if you guys can see it. Now I've extended the pathway on the right side of the plaza towards the shopping district, and I wanted to build a little flower stand in this area because I don't know, when I think of cottagecore, I think about flowers and just like plants and gardening and farms. I wanted to build a flower stand using the storefront item. This was a struggle. I was struggling so much with how to organize these items in a nice fashion. I felt like every time I tried to work on the flower shop, it just looked like garbage. But then I added this green fencing on the side. I don't remember what the fence is called, but it was beautiful and it completely revived my inspiration for our little flower stand. So after I added the green fence, I was able to change everything. I even turned the storefront around, and then I had 2 storefronts like smacked up against each other to create more of like a building, and I think it turned out great. Now I've time traveled again, so there are a lot more shrubs. I did decorate a little bit off camera as well, but now we have this little opening over here, and I wanted to build a nice little picnic rug with just some cute stuff around it, just a nice little quaint, peaceful picnic area. You know, every cottagecore island has those. I feel like I'm blabbing so much. I'm so sorry. I feel like this is just a huge ramble, and yeah, maybe it is. Maybe I should try to figure out something else for my speed builds. I don't know. I just get so excited to watch it back and just kind of hang out with you guys and go over the build. But anyways, I am building the little picnic. I added a bunch of cutesy items. I added a book, a music box, a little round pillow, and also a camera, which I thought was really cute. I think that's a new item. I don't know. I think a lot of this is new items. Honestly, it's hard to remember what is new and what isn't new. After I had the picnic all set up, I started to terraform again. We're back with the cliffscaping tool because, again, this area is just super flat naturally because of the resident services. It's such a big build, and it just creates this huge flat space. So I wanted to make sure behind the plaza I had just a massive cliff with tons of terraforming. This is something that I like to do on all of my islands, except for my recent island, Sedona. I didn't do that, but again, that's more of like a city-styled island. But with my natural islands, I love to add some cliffs behind it because it just looks so beautiful when there's like trees and maybe some waterfalls and just all kinds of stuff behind the plaza. I love that look. I don't think I made you guys suffer through the entire terraforming part here. I did skip through it once I started like filling in the main cliff. I like to go around and do the outline of the cliff before I fill it in. That way I just know, is it big enough? Does it look like what I want it to look like? And then I go back and fill it in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let the Demon Gummies music play while you guys watch me terraform, and then I'll be back to talk about the decorations after. We're back, and I just now started decorating on top of the cliff. Again, this is a cottagecore island, so everything is going to be super natural themed. I just want a lot of grass and wheat and shrubs and flowers and just like butterflies, bunnies, everything in between. That's pretty much all that I'm adding around here is just naturey items. It's kind of hard to talk about it, to be honest, because I don't want to say like, and then I placed a bunny, and then I placed a flower, and then I placed another flower, and then a wheat field, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one, because that's basically all I'm doing, and it's quite boring. So I hope that you guys don't mind that I'm just kind of chatting and I don't know, just chilling and rambling. Let me know if you guys like have any suggestions, if you guys would actually like me to just walk through every little part of what I'm doing, or if you guys like the chattiness. I don't know. Now is the fun part, some more waterscaping. I wanted to create a little waterfall feature type thing on top of the cliffs. Basically on the top cliff I wanted to have waterfalls going down, and then leading over to more waterfalls that went down the other cliff that then went to the ground level and into the river. It's complicated, I know, but you guys can obviously watch me do it, so maybe you'll understand what I'm saying. Basically, I wanted to have some tiered waterfalls and like little streams on the cliff, and here I'm just like running around placing trees and plants and more items similar to what I was doing before, just trying to fill up the cliff and make it look really cool. I was honestly really proud of the terraforming. I did go back over here and start adding another stream on this side. I think that yeah, that's what I'm doing now. It looks so cool. And then again, it does continue onto the bottom, and I think that it turned out amazing. I never do terraforming like this with a bunch of like just little tiny waterscaping features. I'm the worst at it, and it's so tedious. I hate doing it. I've edited out a lot of the mistakes that I made, but I have left some in so you guys can see it. It's a very tedious process, but I finally did get the cliffs looking like how I wanted, and then I continued it down to the river and of course connected it and made like this really cool island looking feature down here coming off of the cliff. I don't know if that's like the correct wording for it, but I thought it looked really nice. And yeah, then I just started planting a bunch of stuff around like I have been for this entire video. For this little area, I wanted to use this like stone brick pattern that I had because I haven't haven't used it yet, and I really like the colors, and I wanted to incorporate it early on in my island so you're not just like shocked when you see it later on the island and it all just flows really well, if that makes any sense at all. So I included some of the brick down there. Now I'm back on the cliff. I don't know, I am adding some more decorations. I did add a little duck up here next to the water because I thought it was super cute, and I think I added maybe like some butterflies and some mushrooms, just stuff like that. But I do eventually return back down to this little brick area, and I tried to add the party lights. Again, don't get attached to those because I removed those later, but I did keep the barrel that I placed, and I put a carrot on top of the barrel, which I was really proud of. I love using the carrots on my island. I should really get some different veggies so I could use those, but for now all I have is carrots, so y'all are gonna have to live with just a bunch of carrots all over my island. And here is when I decided to take the party lights down and just have the bench, because the party lights were a little bit too much for me, a little bit too civilized and fancy. I wanted this to be more naturey, so yeah, I threw in some hiking boots and a candle, and voila, the plaza was finally done. It's time for the final walkthrough. This is what it looks like coming from the entrance. We've got our lovely diagonal bridge with our fancy waterscaping leading right up to the plaza itself. Here is a little view of the stream coming off of our bridge area and into the river, and our little cozy seating area off to the corner up here with the brick and the shoes, the carrots, lots of bunnies around. And no, this isn't like a bunny core island, okay? I just love the bunnies. I wish that we had more animals like the ducks and the bunnies because they look so cute. I guess not animals, but items. Are they items or are they animals? They're real, okay? They're supposed to look real even though they're not. Anyways, I've gone on another ramble. Now we're walking down the side. Here's a really pretty tree line with some shrubs, and then we have our beautiful flower shop. I love her so much with the storefront. We got some potted plants, a little baby tree trunk on the ground, and some butterflies. Here's some diagonal shots of the area so you can see it a little bit better with the fencing. We even got a little tool shelf on the side. Loving that. I'm loving the tree stumps, and I did take your guys' advice. I tried to use some baby trees. Well, I only used one baby tree, which you can see on the right there, but anyways, at least I took your advice, okay? Here's the picnic area. Super cute, encased with trees. There's a cool cliff on the side of it, and again, the Nook's Cranny is right over there because that's where I want my shopping district to be. I'm gonna have some more separation between the picnic and the Nook's Cranny though, so don't worry about that. And here I'm just trying to kind of show you guys the cliff from down below because I've crowded the cliff so much that it's impossible to climb up there and show you from up in that area. So yeah, that is the entire plaza. I'm gonna crawl up on this little cliff before I end the video so that I can show you guys kind of what it looks like from this camera view. I thought this was a cool little viewing area. I love the way it turned out. I think it looks super natural. I love the waterscaping. Again, I'm trying to challenge myself with waterscaping, so I'm proud of how all of that turned out. If you guys enjoyed this speed build, be sure to leave a like and also subscribe for more Animal Crossing content. And don't forget about my sweepstakes that I'm hosting right now for a $25 Nintendo eShop gift card. All of the rules and information on how to enter are down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye!